Yes, my Lord. So therefore, my Lord, we are saying that as early as, I think, the 13th day of this month, the Attorney General also filed another affidavit actually saying that he got approval from Parliament, which actually consolidate our fears in the petition that Parliament is being coerced by the Attorney General, by the Ministry of Finance, or by the Treasury, to cede its Article 95 and 94 responsibility of oversight. It's a clear indication. My Lord, every party, including Ajawara, who actually says that they should be struck out from this particular petition, will be highlighting their own application, which we have opposed, and we have written submissions to that effect, but we await directions from this court. My Lord, with, on top of what my learned senior counsel, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, has said, we'll also be seeking directions whether the law firm of Andrew Mukite Musangi can represent Safaricom, Safaricom being regulated by the regulator, because Mr. Musangi, as we do know, is the chairman of the board of directors of Central Bank Kenya, which is a regulator to Safaricom. My Lord, we'll also be seeking direction as to whether the law firm of OK,
Mr. Musangi is the chairman of
Central Bank Board of Directors, and therefore there is a clear conflict of interest on Mr. Musangi's side, because he's a public officer, having been appointed by President Ruto in 2023. I don't remember the exact date, but he is the chairman of the Board of Directors, Central Bank. Unless he sits that position here, for him to continue, we'll be very happy for the President to appoint another chairman of the Central Bank Board of Directors, for him to continue dealing with this matter. Your Honor, we also, my lords, my lady, we'll also be seeking directions as to whether OK can represent the Attorney General, going by the recent pronouncement by Justice Mohochi Nakuru, that the Attorney General cannot be heard to say that the able state councils they have in the office of the Attorney General can go ahead and procure private law advocates to represent him, and more so in a public interest litigation. Because this is a pure public interest litigation. My learned colleague has said that it joins the most marginalized communities in the digital economy. Every village, including my own village, Nairobi, and even Saikuru, where my there are so many M-Pesa shops there, meaning that the people there, Mama Mboga, as we call them, I try as much as possible to avoid that terminology, is connected to digital economy via Safaricom. And therefore, my learned colleague very eloquently said that we do not, or the petitioners do not want to cede. They do not cede any more shares to foreigners. In those few words, my lords, my ladies, I invite my learned colleague, Mr. Jiro, very briefly.
My Lord, I want to associate myself with the submissions made by my learned senior counsel and my learned friend, Mr. Lempa. And just to begin by commenting your Lordship, that the reason why we are seeking clarification of the participation of the firms is on the basis that Justice Mohochi gave a rider that unless there is a formal approval by the Attorney General, this morning your Lordship has gone on record that we have a counsel originating from the office of the Attorney General representing that party. To the best of my knowledge, your Lordships, that approval has not been shared to the parties, and or brought before this court. Nor did the council have the obligation of disclosing to the court of the existence of that particular approval. Those are orders of your brother are still in force, Your Lordship, my lady, and they cannot be wished away. Number two, Your Lordship, is a question that was raised of the sovereignty. Safaricom sale must be viewed in the context of the sovereignty of the people and the question of territorial integrity. Why do I say so, Your Lordship? It's because if you go to section 44 of the Election Act, the Election Act has provided a provision for integration of system. The IEBC system, they call it electoral integration system, with Safaricom being the primary data host and being the primary conveyor belt of the data emanating from IBC to Safaricom.
Lordship, if I may, with your permission. Yes. Apologies for cutting my colleague short. Lordship, there is a court of appeal authority that says that parties are bound by agreements. There is no mention of election-related issue in all the three petitions. If they so wish to include what they are submitting on, they have an application for amendment as a petition, which has been let ordered. It's okay, proceed. So that, Your Lordship, we also must get an opportunity to respond to those issues relating to election. That is the issues they must